Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Suppose we better do an audio check first. Make sure we've got no issues unlike yesterday. Colin, how are you? You okay? Do let me know how the audio is. Matt, how are you? You okay? I've got something digging in my leg. Audio sounds good, so... Oh, how's everyone's day been? Excuse me. Whew. Lunch repeating. Farmer's here. Ryan, how are you? Day's been good. First day back at work for me today. Oh, I feel like I need another 2 weeks off. Not good. Typical. It's been absolutely peeing it down over the last 2 weeks. I'll go back to work today. It's back to 30 degrees. Wonderful. Action-packed, fun-filled day then. Oh, indeed. Always busy, busy. I was chuckling about your two's arguments yesterday. Cole, was you still in the chat at that point? And I was arguing about Noah. Yeah. Your boys, eh? Don't own this item? What? How rude they've implemented that to stop us selling those. That's a bit naughty. Let's see if we can be naughty ourselves. Right. We'll put you on here manually, shall we? Oh. $40 degrees inside. Surely there's got to be a law on how hot it's got to be, or how cool it's got to be, I suppose. 40 degrees, that's ridiculous. Let's see if we can find out where we have to sell this thing. Animal dealer. Supermarket. No. Farmers market, dairy. Biomass heating. Surely. Straw. Oh, we want that one really. God. Can't believe 40 degrees. Well, the thing about the stories is in the past, you never know if they're true. No, well, you don't. But Ryan knows the truth, don't you, Ryan? Take this dirt road up here. There it goes. Over there, 1,000 foot away. Who's been doing my work? No one. It's all gathered dust for me. Dust. It's all been waiting for me. Nice welcome back to work present. 500 emails. Don't mention no other moderator was listening. Oh, here it starts again now, look. Oh, we don't want to take you. I want to take the straps off. That's what we need to do. That one. Oh, didn't even give me any money. Never mind. Zorba. So you don't get to listen to the music that we're listening to, Raz. Listen on YouTube. I don't think it will somehow. I've selected the right option this time, so hopefully the latency shouldn't be too long on YouTube. Isn't this a country style music? Yeah, Greek, yeah. Although I need to try and work out how to switch my end up. Hopefully you'll cash for payment tonight. You never know. Did you know they have a day where they smash plates? Yeah, I think they do it at weddings as well. I might try and turn this up a little bit. There we go. See if that's any better, yeah? Was that too loud? Friday night after all. Well, what was I doing here anyway? Chicken tenders. Should be soundproofed in our room. I don't know what I was doing. What was I doing? We need to sell the crops, didn't we? That's what I was doing. What have we got there? 15 grand's worth of wheat. Oh, dinner chat. Come on, we might as well join in dinner chat, haven't we? What have you had, or what are you having? $150. 85, that's not too bad. Pasta minced meat with onion rings. Nice. Now the question is it real onion rings or is it the paste? There's a right answer here. See which one we can get. Ugh. Real ones. Chibi, how are you? Shall we? You're good. Good. What's that one? No, that could be quite a lot. Oh, that's because that one. No, we're not doing that. Harvesting. Oh, that's going to be a lot of money. But it's also going to be a lot of time. Cultivating that. 1,000 on that one. No, where is the loan? Let's take a loan. We do like a loan. Now, see, I'm sure when I checked yesterday, that let us go past 500. Now it doesn't. No, see, I actually prefer the paste onion rings than real ones. Controversial, I know, but that's what I prefer. Don't shoot me. Has Matt come back yet? I need to know if the audio is too loud. The radio. I did turn it up for the Greek song. So I'm not going to be able to get much with that 30k. Well, that's just it now. It won't be getting paid. Downstairs. Whoa. Good job there's nothing that needs moderating, eh? Might as well sleep then, actually. Scoffing. Got your dinner coming soon, aren't you? Or was he having his starter? November. He's also on the forage. Like a wild animal. When's best? January. So might as well just go straight through to Jan then. Oh, you've had dinner. Oh, my bad. You're having dessert then? Is that what you're having? Yeah, Matt, is that audio okay? With the radio in the background? I did turn it up a smidge. Yeah, cool. What are we in now? December. Let's go through to Jan. What on earth's going on with the cloud? Um... 100%. I thought the music had actually jammed then, but instead, I think it's the host messing about. Come on. Come on, Phil. What's we stuck on? Well, we've got to take this bad boy then off to the grain mill. Where is that? The grain mill. No. 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 Grain pool. Erlengrat. Come on. Turn all these off. Animal dealer. Supermarket. Piano manufacturer. Main farm. Grain mill. Ah, there. Well, that's not too far at all. Just over there then. So how hot was it in your place of work then, Matt? Ryan surely should be much cooler compared to a factory floor like you. we go. Positive bank balance. That's what we like. Although not for long, I'm sure. Are you joking? We can't get out that way? Back the way we came then. Oh, Raj, you do make me laugh. Scoffing. Look at the water, that looks so cool. Big open warehouse factory. Yeah, that's what I mean. So surely that should be a lot warmer than Ryan's office, right? Or no? Question is, can we buy a small field for 40 grand? Oof. We'd buy that, I suppose, if we could get the monies. Oh, 2,000. Okay. What else can we buy for 30? Let's maximise that again. It's got to be something we can buy for 40k that's going to give us a little bit more money, right? That one, no. What are we doing there? Yes, that one. Construction. Buy some bees or something like that. Go on the right one first, that'll help. Sheep, chickens. That would have been a good buy. The moderator now has taken... What? The moderator now has control taken over. Put some of these down. Put that there. Right, so let's put you somewhere. Like that. There we go, got some over there. Put one there as well. And one there, why not? 3. Another one there. That should help with a bit of monthly income. Imposter in your room. Ah, that makes sense. Surely that should be the moderator has lost control. January. The only thing about this early start in this game, other than the contracts, there's not much to do at the beginning. Let's go back to growth. Okay, so you're in your latter stages. How much is that? 85. $51, 48. $43. Oh, Should have gone for one of those fields, shouldn't I? Question is, could I buy a front mower for that? Then at least we can do some baling, I suppose, couldn't we? Let's have a look, see. I don't think the moderator knows what they're doing. No. What am I looking for here? Mowers. Oh, we can. Let's buy that one. There we go. Should be able to do some mowing now. Where's that? Money. We'll pay that a little bit back. We'll disconnect you as well. Oh dear, you do make me laugh, Ryan. There we go. At least we can well, sort of start and crack on with a bit of mowing in around the area. What is it that's bashing? Is that curb, is it? Well, let's switch that bad boy on with that one. There we go. Get over some mowing now. That should help with a bit of extra cash. Go that side. Was it not picking anything up? Come on. Yeah, I'm going to do some bales of something just to hopefully try and get us a bit of extra cash coming in. Because we've got a loan that's maxed out. And we're going to have a very hungry family soon enough to feed. Pen pals, see? That used to make me laugh. Got some trees down for some extra cash. What on earth's going on? Got a BBC theme going on now. Need trees for oxygen. We do indeed. Scientific. Why do we have the BBC theme going on? What's that all about? I mean, I'm not sure if this grass is dead that we're actually mowing. Look, it's got to be right, surely in January. Get some of the grass baled, and then we can hopefully get to a stage where we've got a bale wrapper on the go. That does get some good money going. Didn't create no tree later. Now, you two. I mean, we don't seem to be making that much in terms of bales, do we? What is going on? I can't remember if I said to you, Ryan, but I managed to get the parcel depot all sorted. Just in the process of painting it now. Which again, you have to buy your paint tins and it only lasts a certain amount of time. Just not picking up any grass down here. What on earth is going on there? Got to take the car in for an MOT tomorrow. That's going to cost me an arm and a leg. Just hate this time of year. Trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. Well, I can't tell you the last time I seen a tree grow a doner kebab. Only grows at night. I need to find that tree then. That would be nice. Really would. Jedward. You don't get why they plant trees on top of, or why you don't plant trees on top of mountains. Well, if we planted them on top of mountains, we wouldn't be, don't have to worry about the oxygen then. What, as in the oxygen on, having them on top of a mountain, is that right? Having recently climbed Snowdon recently, I tell you, I needed all the oxygen I could get. Climbing that, oh, that was awful. Have you ever done, or, well, not done, but have you ever been up Snowdon? Would I climb any other mountains if I was offered to? No, not after that. Honestly. Worst thing I've ever done. You should have a tree in the garden so I could build a tree house. If I had a tree in the garden, there'd be nothing else to build. It'd be the garden. Yeah, it took us 4 hours to get up there and 2 hours back. Oh. Would have collapsed when I got home. Went straight bed to sleep. About 12 hours. I was, oh. Well, you say not long. I mean, it was long enough. You don't get a body like mine climbing up mountains, put it that way. Ah, well that's what I was going to say, see, about the train, right? It's a lovely view once you're up there. Do we have to keep stopping for some people? Yeah, me. No, see, the train, on the way up there, it was £45, I think, for a return journey, which at that time I was thinking, flipping heck, £45 to go up the mountain? Nah, too expensive. Probably about 10% of the way up, I sat there and thought I'd have paid £145 for that train right there. Oh. Awful. Views are absolutely stunning. But yeah, not the climbing. Takes an hour on the train, I think it was. Although the only comfort I take from climbing it on the day that we did, because it was quite a warm day back in May, well, there was one local walking group and they were up there and they said that they've been doing Snowdon for, you know, 20, 30 odd years or whatever it was, and basically said that that was the best day they've ever had up there weather-wise. So I'll take that. Oh, one person I walked with from work, he thought it wasn't going to be much more of a mountain climb than old John. Boy, was he wrong. He must have been about 50 odd. Yeah, that was a crazy day. How long ago did you do Snowdon? Come on, spin it round. Do I fancy work? No, I don't fancy working for Mountain Rescue. Oh, not a chance. If I worked for Mountain Rescue, they'd have to be coming and rescuing me each and every day. July 2013. What was the weather like for you guys? Yeah, did you see the photos on the Facebook for me? It was a beautiful, sunny, clear, warm day. But that's what really wound me up a little bit, because obviously I've never been before. And those from work said, "Oh, make sure you get a jacket. It'll be really cold once you're up there." Blah 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 blah. Oh, it was boiling. And if I didn't have to take my jacket in that rucksack, that would have probably taken half a stone out of it. Let's add a little bit of grass over there. Yes, it is. Take that bit. Whoop. Taking the combine with us. Wasn't far off. I mean, the thing is with it, it's obviously you've got to take all the water up to stay hydrated, but it's the water that adds the weight. And therefore, you're more exhausted because you're carrying more weight. So therefore, you need more water. Vicious cycle. Some greenhouses, yes, no, indeed, yeah. Although I think the greenhouses cost some money, don't they? Let's have a look in a sec. If you drink the water, then it's the same weight, but it's inside. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone was saying about, oh, you'd be able to just pee in a bush. When I got up there was no bushes. It's a good job I didn't need to pee in the bush. Every time. I was waiting to see how long you'd say it. It's me, the Saint. Does KB fancy climbing a mountain? She doesn't even like climbing on the sofa. Exactly. She doesn't like doing unnecessary work. But who does, right? This grass is shocking. Looks like I've got moles. Oof. Really does look like we've got moles. It made me laugh yesterday, actually. Or earlier today, I should say. Let's just stop that there. You know, yesterday he was talking about the bill. Did you see in the news today that the actor that plays Reg Hollis helped police restrain a man and arrest him on the floor? Thing is, he turned around as well and he introduced himself as, oh, it's alright, I used to play Reg Hollis in the bill. 24 years I've been in there. And then the cop said, oh, can we have a picture? How much are the greenhouses? Ooh. Plenty of practice. Yeah, exactly. 36,000, but we're going to need a trailer, aren't we? Matt popped round and he gave me some of your chocolate. Was it that one or animals? I can't remember. Oh. Two, 4, 6. I'm gonna have to do twice the amount of runs in that one. Where is the water source? Shall I have a look at that? I normally like to go to rivers. Map. Okay, there's a few. Wow, look at that one. Massive. Try and get to that one. Let's go for that big one. Gonna need the money though. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to afford it. Could lease it, couldn't we? Which one of these can we afford? Look at that one. Where's that overlap mod? B. Oh, bien, she'll just stick it there. How much is that to lease? Let's have a look. See, lease. Let's do that. See, I like this. Everything's on your doorstep. Although this is where... that's what you could have done with the baler. Well, yeah, could have done. Never mind, we've got it now. Question is, can we back it into the lake down here? Let's have a look. Oh, it's looking promising. I mean, looks like the lake's joining the field here. Look at that. I'm loving that. No silly embankments to drive up and down. Getting stuck. Is he getting plenty of money because he's charging on YouTube? I wish I was. Have you had your message yet, Roy? No, not yet. You keep typing. He'll generate it for you soon. Let's have a look, see what crops shall we plant in here. Let's put some lettuce in, shall we? We can sell you directly. Oh, there we go. Another run of water. Come on. Don't run the pedestrians down, that's bad. I mean, you think you've got it bad, Rise. Matt's has to go and get turbo. Because these pesky Twitch folk. That looks like a raging fire inside that farmhouse, doesn't it? Smoke coming out the chimneys. Water butts still got some in. Right. I'm going to fill up the fertiliser that's still at the shop. Makes you wonder what they're burning inside. Well, ask no questions, tell no lies. Okay, how much is in that tank? Exactly, eh? Go pick these bales up. Right, what are we in January? Anything else for January? Oh, 5 grand for the grass in Jan. Let's go and sell that then. Where did this one want to go? To the animal dealer, and that I think was near 36. Shooting way by where the direction I need to be. Let's turn around. I think this is the animal dealer, looks to be. That's the animal trigger. Where's the other one then? Oh. See if it's around the other side. There's something over there. Is it going to be that one? Ah, there it is. Swing left. There we go, that gives us 10k. We can pay a bit of that loan off, I think, now. Yeah, the village really looks run down, doesn't it, the village? What is our loan at the moment? Yeah, it's maxed out, so let's pay that off a little bit. Just thinking, shall we buy another greenhouse? That might give us a bit more money. Let's do it. Right, loan. Get you back. Could get that one. And then we can get a different crop type in there, couldn't we, I suppose? Put it there. There we go. We'll get this place looking like the Eden Project. How much are you using the baler as if you aren't using... I know, but I think the thing with the baler is that can get the lease costs up quite a bit, because it will cost about 50k to lease it. And then you've got your operational costs. Could dump this water off over here. And go get some more water. I think the leasing, the leasing costs and things are good. Certainly for like this trailer and stuff. Because, you know, paying $500 or whatever it was is nowhere near as bad as something like 50k. Do not drive too deeply into the water. No, I shall try not to, thank you. Yeah, I do love those ripple effects on that water, look. That's some A1 tech, is that? Take this water barrel over, and then I think we'll be in a position to have a nap for today. And we'll wake up just like that in February. And there's creepy granddad, still keeping his beady eye on us as ever. Whoa, what am I doing there? Not paying attention, that's what I'm doing there. Or not doing there, as the case may be. Pull forward, jump out. Oh, look at the texture on that. That's brilliant. Amazing. Right, so you are the sleep trigger. Let's go to Blue Eyes. Six peoples. Well, welcome. So folk have just joined, then yeah, we're starting afresh on this map, something I've not played before, so I'm very much learning where everything is, where all the sell points are, and starting, yeah, from literally from afresh. Right, what I've got, 2,600. Surely these crops now can't be too far away to be harvested, surely? Have a bit of a drive over. What are you, 95% ready? Or yield bonus, should say. Got to be the last month now, surely. Looks to be. Wow. I'm not going to do any contracts today. We'll just sleep. Fast forward the time. And crack on with some harvest hopefully tomorrow. About oh, really? 8.5. Oh, well. Thing is, if I sell that baler now, I'm not going to well, I'm not going to get anything back in terms of what I paid for it, I don't think. See some golden crops over there. Looks promising. There we go, we can get this yeah. See, Matt, you should have been the no, not the right. Is that the devil on the right and the angel on the left? Whichever way around. You should have been the angel. Should have been here telling me. No, don't do that. Buy this, do this. Well, who's going to play on the multi-stream anyway? On the online multiplayer thing? Oh, that's close. Oh, yeah, we said that yesterday, didn't we, in fairness? Oakley dokley's. What do you think to this map, then, Matt? I mean, I do like the distance view. Look, you can see how it's all hilly in the background. Certainly not flat by any stretch of the imagination. Although this field 45, I think I'd probably look to extend that farmyard all the way into here. Set up some buildings and stuff. Yeah, no, that's a good shout. I totally forgot about the server stuff that we discussed yesterday. Let's get that one there. Yeah, easy field joining. Yeah, I like those sort of maps, really. So that's why I like the maps. You know, yeah, we can do. When does that comes out in November, doesn't it? So what? A few months. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, like the UK style maps, they look good because obviously that's home, but you don't really get much opportunity to join fields because they're generally surrounded by hedges and things like that. There was one map, I can't remember if that was 19 or 22, but that had like speed cameras on and everything. That was quite a good little immersive map. Can't remember what it was called. It had like McDonald's in the distance and stuff. Yeah, either or, Matt. I'm cheery. You can look at a map if you want. Well, no, because I think what you can do, there's a way, because when I was playing with my brother, you can basically import your own map. So theoretically, if I was to save this now, you can just take this onto your online server. Yeah, you carry it over, yeah. Right now, as I'm doing this, you could be in the back bailing. Oh, right, okay, yeah, well, it's just up to you. Have they actually released a screenshot of the map yet? I did see some gameplay. Well, it wasn't necessarily gameplay. It was like a pre-recorded video that Mr. Sealy P was watching, but they did a video on YouTube. Yeah, that's the one. All right, okay. So they've not actually released like the field overlays and stuff. So that'd be cool to see. I'm sure in Mr. Sealy P's video, he was saying that the fields were quite a lot bigger. Because like I was saying, that the stuff about the UK maps, it's good, but it predominantly seems to be like small equipment only. Yeah, so onions are new in there. The trawler looks good because I think you basically get like the fishing trawler, don't you, with the crane on the back, and you can unload, etc. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the big equipment. Oh, we're full. Yeah, I like the big equipment. However, I don't like the articulated stuff just because it's too big. Let's use you. Yeah. Right, oh. I didn't think I was going to get that trailer out of there then. Yeah, hopefully. Or if not, ask some of the people who... Yeah. Quite right. Out of interest, did you have to accept that message again this morning? Or this afternoon, whenever you joined the chat? About the artists. No. Oh, what's going on here? Remembers you today. The riffraff Ryan that needs to be cautious. Oh, steering's come off now as well. See, what I would have thought... No caution. What I would have thought about this is clearly this... Well, I wouldn't have thought that this combine has GPS on it. I'm surprised it lets you do this. Because if it has GPS, normally it has that sort of knobbly bit on top, doesn't it? But... Not see it. I think it should only allow you to use the GPS steering if you've got GPS. Also for the server, what time length would you go for? Well, to be fair, if it's only a £5 a month, I don't mind that. Because the thing is, you never know, after 3 months we might get fed up and whatever, and then you've got the whole server for a year or so. At least if you're paying a month, you can just knock it on the head. It came down so more now. 25% off. What's that on the annual fee? Flipping out. What's that for? Just 1 month only, or is that indefinitely? There you go. It's remembered your cookies, hasn't it? Well, you go back and it's so much cheaper now. I remember when I was a teenager using computers for the first time. It asked me something about cookies. Would you like it to say cookies? I was like, yeah, I'd like you to save me some cookies. Never gave me any cookies. I was thinking double chocolate chip. Oh, yes, please. Matt, DM the link and I'll look at setting it up after this. And we can have a stream titled something like Farming with Friends. If you want mod space. Yeah, well, I think with the 25% saving there. Yeah, 25 gigs enough, isn't it? I don't know how much the mods are, actually, if I'm honest. Just have to be careful, because if your dad wants to play, then it's one of those, isn't it, that only certain mods will work on crossplay. There's nothing worse than setting up a big farm with lots of PC mods, and then you play with someone on crossplay, and then you have to lose all your mods. So you might as well just set it up ready for crossplay. So that's what I was always asking about years ago, wasn't it? Remember when we used to say it'd be good if you could set up a farm? Ah, no, but when you play with somebody online, it changes. You get a message on the top screen and it says something along the lines of slot count reduced to 3,500 or something. It's up to you, Carl. Like I say, it'd be like the old days otherwise. You can play if you want. Okay. Go empty the wheat. Have you had your message yet, Ryan? Yes, you're banned. No more wood gathering for Noah. So that's the other thing. Once you get a bigger combine, it's less bale collecting. Oh, what he says. So it depends on what map you want to start on too, as the server is just a multiplayer aspect. If I remember right, you pick them up all on here. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, what I might do is I'll work out a way of just getting this map that we're starting now and put onto the server, and then that way we'll be able to play on this. Yeah, exactly. You never know, we could, because have you got the year 1 season pass, Cole? Because if he does, then obviously he'll get the one in November. What's mind blank? What's that one called again? Yeah, the new map, yeah. Island fishing, there you go. Yeah, it looks really impressive, it really does. Red buses. Although I'm not sure the colour of the buses up in Scotland. Yeah. Snap. Yeah, London does, yeah. Yeah, just generalise it. What I didn't realise, I seen a social media video the other day, whether it's accurate, whether it's not, I'm not sure, but it said that the GTA game, whilst it's made by Rockstar, the studio that actually builds it is Rockstar North, and Rockstar North are based in Scotland apparently. Again, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, yeah, see, I didn't know that. So surely you'd think there'd be more appetite of doing a UK based GTA, right? Ah, right. Yeah. It's like The Getaway. Did you ever play that on PlayStation 2? Yeah, they should, Ryan, yeah, absolutely. See, The Getaway was brilliant. I mean, I recently played that. And, well, I say play it, I watched a video on it, and it's amazing. You know, when you look back and you think your mind is so focused on what is now good graphics. Like, this game is good graphics, but in another 10 years or so, this will be like, my God, how do you ever think this was great? However, the getaway I thought was fantastic, because you could actually navigate your way around from the main streets on London. If you wanted to go from like Westminster Palace through to Buckingham Palace, all the roads were fairly accurate. It was really good. And that was a game of what, 20 odd years ago, 23 years ago, something like that. Yeah, and that's it again. Even like, I was watching a video of Vice City, you know, and I think, when did that come out? 2003, I think, something like that. But that, in my head, was a brilliant game, graphics wise and everything like that. 2002 was it? Thanks, Ryan. But yeah, looking back now, it's like, this is just pixelated. It's weird. Although, I was very tempted the other day of buying Tommy Vercetti's blue Hawaiian shirt. That looks so cool. Well, I don't think KB would have appreciated that. Driver, see? Driver, the first one, I found a little difficult, because obviously you couldn't get out of the car. So I always preferred the GTA series, because you could obviously get out and do things. And then came Driver 2, and that was a game changer. But again, I remember playing that at the time, thinking this is brilliant. And now, I mean, I think that they are probably the worst graphics out of all the games I've just mentioned. Because I remember I always used to, as a kid, jump in the fire engine on Driver 2. I think we was driving around San Francisco or something like that. Yeah, so Driver 3, that was a good game. That must have been about 2004, 2005. And I can remember that because I went on a school trip to Paris, and I brought that game, and I don't even know how or why, because looking back, it probably should have been an 18. But yeah, I managed to get it, Driver 3. And then I was all like anxious all the way back, thinking, crikey, hope it'll work on my PlayStation, not all be French. But it did work fine. It was just the back of the case I couldn't read. They were the games that you started on. Yeah, GTA, San Andreas. See, I think we went backwards a little bit with GTA, because for me, GTA... Hang on. Yeah, the GTA series picked up a little bit with San Andreas for me. You know, going into a fast food restaurant. Why is the bailer not on? So yeah, going into a fast food restaurant, eating a load of food and getting big, I think was quite a good little feature. He was of course able to get tattoos and haircuts, which he still can do now. But yeah, the whole going to the gym to be more athletic, why did they get rid of that? I really like that. But they did. I mean, you never know. I suppose with GTA 6 they might bring that back out, because obviously they introduced like the skill points, didn't they, in terms of driving, flying, athletics, all that sort of stuff. So as opposed to just being good at, you know, athletics by running and getting your stamina up, I think they should make you go to the gym and literally work out. But I guess we'll find out when, next May. Conflict Desert Storm. Yeah, see, that was the first sort of military game that I remember playing, if I'm honest. Although I think, did I play some Medal of Honor? Was it Rising Sun? Don't know if PC will be well, no, and that's the unfortunate thing. And I'll be honest, at some point in 2020 when the PS5 came out, I remember being on those darn queues to get hold of a PS5 in the height of COVID. I was on a night shift once. I managed to get hold of a PS5 purely for the aspect of one day the next GTA will come out and it'll be out on console first. And boy, am I so glad. So whilst I have a PC, not PC, a PS5, whilst I have a PS5, it sits in the living room, very rarely used, but I can tell you now, comes May, that thing will be burning and glowing hot with the amount of use that's going to get, I can assure you. You got a PS5 Pro. Oh, nice. Is there much difference in them? Good old theme park world. Yeah, see, that was a good old classic. See, what I really remember paying lots and lots of is Roller Coaster Tycoon. And me and my brother once, we sat up until about 1 in the morning when we were like 13, 14. So at the time, I remember thinking, crikey, it's like literally in an hour's time it'll be morning. But yeah, we sat up and we played a load of Roller Coaster Tycoon, and we basically themed it all around chocolate. So we had like rides called the Twix, Aero, Mars, that sort of thing. It was really cool. And then I remember my first PC, that was a Windows XP machine, and it was well the monitor was one of those traditional big sort of glass cathode tray RAID monitor things. It looked like it just come out of Barclays Bank. That one was my sort of first ever PC that I ever brought a game for, and that was what was that, Lord of the Rings? I think one of the first Lord of the Rings sort of building fortresses type game thing, skirmishes and all that. Theme Hospital, that was a good game. Don't sneeze, otherwise you'll spread disease. Yeah, something like that, wasn't it? They were the days. Although I re-downloaded that the other day, actually. I say the other day, it's probably about a year ago now. However, if you ever want to play a game, Stronghold. Yeah, see, that's a good game. Stronghold. But on the theme of theme hospitals, pardon the pun, there was a game that I've got probably about 300-400 hours on Steam at the moment, and that is called, what is it called? Good question. Anyway, that's a hospital game, but it's a realistic version, so you obviously get proper diseases and you get all sorts of DLC and things like that. Like you have a plastic surgery area, clinics and that sort of thing. I was going to say 2 Point Hospital, but it's not that, because that's the Project Hospital. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Have you got that, Matt? Let me turn that radio down a little bit. It's I feel like I'm at a rock concert. No, just looked on the profile. See, yeah, that is such a good game. That might be another one. But yeah, you basically on there, you set up a hospital. Well, not a hospital to begin with. You set up a clinic, and then you have X amount of patients that come in, and you have the ability to basically play doctor. So you can do all sorts of treatments and diagnosis and that sort of thing. And if you do incorrectly diagnose a patient, then obviously you have to pay compensation, that sort of thing. But it's basically like a big Sims thing for hospital building. And then again, you've got additional DLC, which I've also got, trauma, so you can get like the helicopter, and then you have a bit more horrendous ailments, so people like gunshots and stabbings and burns and that sort of thing. So that's quite a good, cool little game. What were we doing? Bailing. See, I could see Ryan spending quite a lot of time on that, doing all the design. You been playing much City Skylines, Rise? Because I know you like to do your city building, don't you? No. Train Sim 5. See, I haven't got that. But I have seen, is it Trev Martin? He was playing that the other day. That looked really cool. I think you've got to go around and do your ticket sales and stuff. Train 6. Didn't one of them have East Midlands trains on? Five. Well, let's put some more wheat back in here. What sort of routes did you get to do on that one, Rice? Oh, really? St. Ives, the famous riddle, eh? As I was going to St. Ives. How's the audio? Is that radio still too loud, or do you want it turning down? I can't believe how warm it is again. Cool. How was your crossing over to Guernsey anyway? Was it all right, or was it a bit choppy? A little bit choppy. Oh, no good if you're seasick then. Like bumping on the waves. Who put that speed ump there? Rock you to sleep. Because how long was the crossing? But coming back was nice, as the pilot even said. It's a safe, good crossing. Oh. Eight hours. Whew. Where did you have to sleep then? In your car? Cabins? Crikey. Who did you sail with then? Brittany ferries. Oh. You have to pay to get upgraded into cabins then. I mean, the last ferry I went on, I think, was to Calais to well, Dover to Calais, so that's only what, an hour, so there's no point of cabins on that one. Free breakfast. Oh, nice. Did you get much sleep? Eight hours. I think I'd still be tired. Oh, missed a bit. AC on the ceiling. Oh, you've been spoiled. We're back. Coming back, yours was on cold. Oh, you don't need that, do you? Although saying that, I would probably enjoy that because I love having AC on. I have the fan on every night. Ryan needs to do some more chatting so we can get some some bot chat about tipping. When it does come up though, Ryan, double check it. Because I tinkered about with those settings yesterday. So toilet and shower. Oh. Very nice. Wow. See, I've always fancied going on a cruise holiday somewhere, but KB don't like it. Shouldn't like the thought of it. probably because she's not a strong swimmer, but I just said to her, you know, in those temperatures, sadly, you could be the best swimmer in the world and you're not going to need your swimming skills. Right, and to be fair, if you was out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, why would you want to swim? You're just prolonging the inevitable. Huh. Well, it is quite right. What, where are you swimming to? What, when you're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean? I mean, even that. Let's take the Atlantic Ocean out of the situation. If you was in the like English Channel or British Channel, whatever it's called, but if you was in there, that's a long old way. If you're in the middle of it, yeah. You just alluded to how rough those seas can be. You know what I mean? It's pointless. Although you see these films, don't you? That you know, they've been stranded on a lifeboat or something like that for months on end with no food. Just have to hop on some footer. Yeah. Or a bit like what film was it? Pinocchio. When I was a boy, I used to watch Pinocchio, but just swim into a whale, it'll carry you to your next coastline. Then just start a fire when you want to get out and he'll sneeze you out, right? Is that not real? That's that one squared away. Right. Whoa. What are we in March? I don't think there'll be anything for us to get rid of. No liquid fertilizer, we don't want that one anyway. So 20 grand's worth of wheat. That's a lot better. Rhythm is a dancer, apparently. Another thing to think about for the server and settings of everything like period planning. Yeah, no, absolutely. The only reason I turn that off is just because playing on your own, there's loads to do otherwise. It's like the stones, isn't it? Getting the stones, lime, periodic ploughing, weeding. There's so much to do. Right, so jump in the harvester, get that one done over there. I think we need a welfare check on Ryan. Is he departed? Start off on that one and reverse back. He's down here. Ah. Hope he's behaving. Talking to Trish. Do say hello to Trish. Yeah, but I don't know if having periodic ploughing and lime turned on generates you more money than not. So, I think it says it does, but I'm not so sure if that includes. So, if you have it on, say if you sell your crop 10,000 for say 10,000, just easy figures. I think you get the same money with the setting turned off. It's only when you turn the setting back on, it will reduce it if you don't do what you need to do, i.e. the weeding, ploughing, liming, etc. If that makes sense. So by having it switched off, you would still in theory earn the same money as doing it. So I'd argue that you'd probably save money because you don't have to invest. Yeah, so basically the same money, but obviously by having it switched off, you don't have to invest in the cost of the lime, the weeders and everything else. So you probably, exactly, less machinery. So theoretically you'd be earning more money by not doing it. I suppose it's a good thing to do if you have nothing to do. Yeah. I mean, for me on this game, it's all about making the money. So, but when you grow your farm with over 20 fields and turn it on, I was going to say, if you had 20 fields, you'd have to, the only way of managing that effectively, I think, would be you'd have to increase the amount of time an in-game month was. So yeah, it just gives you extra things to do. Yeah. But like with all those, you know, if you had 20 odd fields to manage, there's no way you'd be able to turn them all round in a one in-game day. But obviously if you was to fast forward the months and stuff like that, then you know, you'd whiz through your crop cycles and stuff. I think Beaver Captain joined the stream at one point because he is showing in the stream. But if you are there, Beaver, hello. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you'd have to add more days, wouldn't you? With fields this size, you need your big equipment, wouldn't you? Your big ploughs, or lots of help. Yeah, or lots of helpers. See, these fields remind me a bit like Lincolnshire, how they're all sort of flat. You drive around the Lincolnshire roads, they're very similar to this, aren't they? No hedges. Although there's lots of pedestrians on this map, I've noticed. I can't recall seeing that many, certainly on the previous one. Oh. Not had many people join us today, have we? Stick to that line. How many streamers are on playing this, Matt? Do you know? Talking of multiplayers and that sort of thing, I still remember the first online game I played was on PS3. Was that called SOCOM? And I think I might have played it with you guys. And that was back then where you had to get your own Bluetooth headset. SOCOM Confrontation or something like that. 27 others, so yeah, it's quite a lot then, because I think yesterday when I checked, there was only about 6. Never mind. Yeah, so SOCOM was the first online game I played, and I couldn't believe it, because it was like I was connecting to you guys in your server, whereas in the previously, the only multiplayer games you ever got to play was like your co-op split screen type ones. Some have it as them playing it, but are playing other games. See, that's what I know. What's the clan then? Is that just you and a group of other online people in a gang, essentially? Ah, right, okay, yeah, I'm with you. That was a bit like me with my captain of industry. I left the wrong tag on. What am I doing here? You can tell it's Friday, look. Going to the field with no trailer. Me and Matt was talking the other day, Cole. Can you remember, oh, what was it called? Rainbow Six Siege. Did you play that one with us? Where you had just sort of special categories. Yeah, that was a good one. Used to have Ryan charging around shouting, effing and jeffing. What was it? I can't remember. I know that Matt, brother, and you, 5v5 was it? Can't remember. Honestly, they were the best days. You used to have the Air Force One map, didn't you? Where you jump up on the stairs. What was the other one? Was that like a big house, mansion, office block or something? I can't remember. Yeah, good old times. Oh yeah, they don't make them like they once did. But yeah, I probably about 10 years ago, talking of the Getaway, I actually did consider trying to get hold and reach out of the Getaway developers to email them and be like, why are you not making one? I think it was developed by Soho Games, I think it was. And yeah, they're no longer around anymore, so that's probably why. The game industry has come to halt them sort of games, yeah. I mean, what annoys me, and I get that obviously the graphics are so much better and everything else, but it's like Chi the other day, he brought a game and it takes an hour to install. You know, then it's like, well, you've got no space for this, you've got to upgrade something. It's whatever happened to just putting a disc in the console and loading it. The Getaway had a title after that. Was it the Getaway Black Monday? Yeah, see, they were good. Yeah, so that was what I was going to say. The PS3, you could play online for free. However, the Xbox 360, you always needed to pay for that. So I think that was what sort of sold PlayStation a little bit more. But when I was living with Dad, obviously he lived around the corner from the Xbox, not the Xbox, Blockbuster. So I was constantly in there spending money. How on earth that ever went bankrupt with me investing, I don't know. Yeah, that's right. You had to get the AA batteries. Brother used to go through them like sweets. And then they invented the rechargeable battery pack thing, didn't they? Honestly, they were the days. No, you always got to recharge the Sony controller, didn't you? Although my first ever PlayStation experience was probably when Billy came round and babysat us once. He had the original PlayStation, the grey one, the squarey box thing, and he was playing Die Hard. I just remember him running around like Nakatomi Plaza shooting folk. And he also had Abe. I think it might have been called Abe Odyssey or something like that. You remember when your mum asked me to... Yeah, they see. Being asked by your mum if you want a PlayStation. I mean... who's going to say no to that? But then a TV on top, wow. 7. Came out in 2006. Yeah. I remember a big hype about them as well, because everyone was like, oh, the PlayStation 3 is going to have an inbuilt toaster and all this. all the sort of memes and stuff that came out back in the day. And yet, all it did was work just like a PlayStation 2. It was an upgrade as my TV before was Box One. Oh, really? What did you go for? The LCD? Flat screen plasma, as they were back in the day. No ultra high definition. Yeah, see, when I left school at 16, I got a job that at the time paid me £6 an hour, which was really, really good, because I think national minimum wage was about £3.50. So I got loads. I think my first month of work, it was a middle of the month, so I was probably working for about 2 weeks, and I got 800 quid at the end of it. I was like, whoa, hey! First thing I went and did was off to the TV shop, get a new TV, of course. That was, at the time, a 32-inch TV, which, I mean, most people didn't even have a 32-inch TV in their living room, lounge, whatever. Yeah, I had that in my bedroom. Yeah, it was good. Good times, good times. Take you over there. Put some more canola in that one. But yeah, no, the PlayStation stuff, I mean, Dad did buy us an Xbox, but I could never get used to it because deep down I was always a PlayStation fan, if I'm brutally honest. So, you know, the different layout of controller was a little difficult to get used to, shall we say. But after that, we got used to it. I enjoyed playing the well, what did I get? I got the Xbox 360 Elite, which was a black version of the 360, pretty much when it first came out. And from that, what was it called? Was it called Dead Rising? It was like a zombie game. And you was essentially locked in a shopping mall and used to go around and loot all the shops and basically don't get killed. But again, that annoyed me because that game was completely exclusive to Xbox at the time. And if I'm completely honest, that was probably the only reason that I went to Xbox. You only had Xbox and got the Ring of... Well, yeah, see, my brother, he got the Ring of Death, the red ring, wasn't it? I wonder if that's like repairable. Whoa. Yeah, my brother was livid when he got the Ring of Death. I wonder if it was linked to anything, such as like too much playing hours. I'm not sure. I don't know. So he went straight back to PlayStation. Yeah. Did you ever have Xbox, Matt? I remember you having PlayStations. I'm not sure about Xbox. No. Did Rise? Yeah. No, see, again, when I first got my PlayStation, the original, you used to get like demos, and your dad will know because he used to get these magazines as well. But can you remember, Cole, the PlayStation magazines? They used to give you, obviously, in the days before social media, used to give you like screenshots of the game and a bit of a synopsis. But then on the front page, you always used to get your demo disc, didn't you? And on the demo, you Put it so high up. Cruel dad, cruel dad. Yeah, so you used to get your demo discs, and they used to be good to play. And on the demo disc, I remember there once being a game called Overboard. And again, it looks fairly naff now in terms of the graphics, but it used to be a case that it used to be like a little pirate ship, top-down view, and you used to have to navigate around a little water course whilst people were throwing cannons and stuff. That was a good little game. Bearing in mind I was, what, probably 8 at the time. Oh, Ryan used to put, what, his Xbox up? These big brothers, eh? So harsh. Oh, he hid San Andreas. He was around 5. Well, he was clearly looking out for you. He just didn't want his little 5-year-old brother playing on such graphic, violent games. Got no idea what's going on with the viewer count. It's going from 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 5 to 6, and yet no one seems to be additional in the chat. No idea. Oh, mind out the way, folk. Where were we? So that's how they started on my PlayStation. I think I even cried, if I recall, about it. Just to myself, though. Well, you know, sadly, there's some folk out there that play a game, was it Manhunt or something like that, and then decides to go out and actually kill folk. And yet that was blamed on a game. Crazy. Did they? I mean, my view though is if people want to play it, you realise it's a game, it's not reality, and you don't need to replicate it. As Rockstar had a film about it with Daniel Radcliffe starring in it. Oh. What's it called? Can you remember? Let's shift this crop. Wowzers, that tyre is still wet. I'm guessing that's not the name of the film, Bloody Psychopath. The Game Changers. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that then. That'll be interesting. Ah, documentary drama. Okay. You got much planned for the weekend? A debate regarding the psychological effects on violent video games. Ah. When's the F1 on them? They're at Belgium. Yeah. See, I find it sad how Michael Schumacher obviously was injured. You just think, don't you? You know, you think this guy driving cars at 150 mile plus an hour, and yet it's a skiing accident that knackers him up. Tomorrow at tennis sprint qualifying at 2. Yeah. Then a race on Sunday too. Nice. Need some more fertilizer. Oh, what are you stopping for? Yeah, it's really is interesting. And who was the other one? Colin McRae. How did he die? He didn't die in he's still alive, but press aren't allowed near the house. Yeah. No, I think he's helicopter. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's another one. Driving speeds like that around a racetrack. Because you always used to like your Colin McRae rallies, didn't you, Cole? I always used to remember the noise there. What do I want? That one. Consumables. There. Let's get one of you. Yeah, Subaru, that's the one. Might have to see if there's any clips on YouTube of Colin McRae. Yeah. Still racing, yeah. Right, I didn't realise that Lewis Hamilton was nearly 40 though, or was 40. Max Verstappen, who won the last 4 years, yeah. If I'm honest, I don't, I've never really followed any really sort of sports or anything like that. See, KB always fancies driving the Red Bull Formula One. Who drives for Red Bull now? Yep. How does he drive for Red Bull? Yeah. Hey up, Trish, you okay? Used to be Checo Perez. Ah. But he changed drivers. Ah. Yeah, no, it'd be nice to drive like that on a track, that's for sure. have a new principal. A lot of neck training, what, as in for the G-forces? Yeah, I bet. $5 Gs. Wow. I wonder what it is for no problem, Trish. Got to keep them entertained, otherwise they get up to no good. Start bullying one another, you see. It's alright. I have to get some neck training myself every time I get into KB's car. That goes to 250 miles an hour in 2 seconds. You don't even, if it's 5 Gs in acceleration, you don't want us to be in the car when it's 10 Gs braking. Face plant the dashboard. Whiplash, that's it, Trish, yeah. Another thing you have to do is squats, as you need good glutes. Whatever this, yeah, well, anything, yeah, speed umps, anything else. I mean, if you go over the speed umps, you're going 7 Gs in the air. Acceleration 5 Gs. Julie the car. Oh, don't go there, Trish. It went into the garage the other day. For what did it go in there for? It went into the garage for a wet belt change, because apparently these things need changing every 60,000, well, every 50,000 miles, and yet that car's now 60,000 miles, or 10 years, whichever's soonest, and it's 11 years. So it went in there the other day because this oil light was coming on, and £600 later, he does the wet belt change, and then the guy says, "Oh, the light's still coming on at low revs. It might mean that it's the oil pump." Right? Okay. Well, how much is one of them? That's going to be another £700 on top of that. So £1,300 lighter. And yet I've not even picked the car up. Going to be fixed what, next week? And then my car's in for an MOT tomorrow, so I know what'll happen. That'll need something changing, as it often does. I'm gonna have to sell one of the children. How long has the car been in for the job? Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. The only thing is, the car's probably worth about 5. Something dodgy going. No, I did do some digging, and for a wet belt change, apparently that's normally about 800. Oh, come on, 800 to 1,000. So 600 seemed to be fairly okay. Done all the trip advisors too. But yeah, apparently the oil pump that needs changing. He's got to take all the gearbox off, apparently. He used to be a Peugeot mechanic that used to work for Peugeot, but he quit and went on his own. Poor car, I know. Well, to be fair, I can't moan that much in that in the 11 years, yeah. So it will be technically 12 years in January that we've had her. That's the only work that we've had to have done, other than services, and I think she's had brake changes. Other than that, not too bad. Car Mechanic Sim, that was a good game too. No, so with that game, that gave me a lot of knowledge around cars, because before that I wouldn't have had a clue. So yes, you're right, but apparently where the oil pump is, you have to remove the gearbox. Again, I've got no idea what he's talking about. I'm trusting him at his word that that's what's needed to happen. Who knows? This is the thing about mechanics, really. I don't trust them. Because obviously they could say anything just to get a bit of cash out of you. Who am I to know what he's talking about? You know, I don't know. He's telling me it needs to happen, and then you got to trust him, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not, like I say, I'm not too sure. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, but there you go, Colin, you know. But yeah, I mean, why it's down there? Bizarre, I don't know, but it is. So yeah. He said, in fairness, he said it's not the part that's the expensive part, it's the labour, having to get it all off and obviously reassemble it once it's there, but it is what it is. But my car, that's the odd one, because the cruise control stopped working on it, which is most annoying, and it sounds like the tappets are worn or whatever they are. Nissan Qashqai is what I've got, but when I brought it 2022, it only done 30,000 miles, and it was, what was it, 8 years old at that point, so I didn't think the mileage was too bad. If I could afford it, what I'd like to do is just you know, get one of these pay monthly ones again, but it's the money. I can't justify the money all the time. My Peugeot that Katie then had, that was about £200 a month, and that was what, 2015. So if I was to get the same car, you're probably looking at £300 a month easy. But then I suppose you have the peace of mind that it should, in theory, be okay, but I don't know. Takes a lot of stress away. Big job. Oh. Yeah, I did consider doing, or trying to do it myself, Cole, but I'm glad I didn't. Took myself out of that one. I think that would have been 3 weeks on the front, effing and jeffing. Yeah. No, I've not brought my work car home, but Katie's brought hers. Everyone thinks we're posh now, having a maid car on the front. You still not fancy doing your test then, Matt? No. I was just saying, Trish, only 2 minutes away. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I was just saying about her driving. Matt was saying about how the Formula One drivers need to brace the neck and do some neck training for the 5Gs. I said, crikey, you need to try being in that car. It's 5Gs at takeoff, 7Gs upwards when you go over the speed humps, and 10Gs when she comes to a stop. Well, you're talking about the driverless cars. You know, I don't think it'll be long before Tesla. It'll be there. You know, I think it's scary. If you look at the design of cars now versus even when I passed my test, 2008. Was it? Yeah, 2008. You know, the design of cars now, they look so futuristic and all the technology. I'm generally scared as to where we'll be in another 10, 15 years. Oh, can it? My car, you can, it has a camera on it, so essentially you can, as long as you park it in the right space, it will parallel park and reverse in a bay for you. But it feels so weird, I don't trust it. What have you got, Cole? I think, did you say it was a Hyundai? Plus it isn't far as people who passed earlier don't have to do the stuff we... Yeah. Let's see out. Ah. Is that a new one? Did you not have a Hyundai last time I seen you? Or was that Ryan's? '21. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. My first memory of your car was the burgundy coloured Ford Sierra. I think you had that colour. Dad had a blue one, I think. It was off the top of my head. And then, what did you have after the Sierra? I remember you had the red Skoda Fabia for what seemed to be like forever. Yeah, that's right, Matt, you do. No longer have grandfather rights anymore. Although, you never know, because it could be like me. I passed in 2008, and I've got a few other bits on my licence, but they probably would strip that even further now, I don't know. A Rover. Yes, the Rover rings a bell now. So you had the Sierra Rover, and then did you go Skoda straight after that? All I know from the questions is a roof rack increases fuel consumption. Indeed it does, as does a roof rack and the big cargo storage things, what they're called. You know what I mean? No, the driver theory test is quite straightforward. Pete loved a roof rack. Oh, he did, bless him. Oh, he did. Just in case you needed some extra luggage space. In the back of Gertie. Good old Gertie. Roof box, that's it. Thanks, Cole. Yeah, Gertie. Caravan going green on the front. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's it, Gertie the Caravan. Although, see, I had to do my theory test twice. I passed the theory element of it. But what I didn't, what I messed up on is the hazard perception test. I didn't understand what I was supposed to be clicking at. So I failed the hazard bit. Yeah, at the time, I was able to drive a moped on the road. How does that work? See, I love my moped. Yeah, well, that's it. So my driving instructor mentioned something about you had to double click. You clicked it once when you seen a potential hazard, but yet double click it when the hazard turns into a hazard or something. And that's what threw me out. But once I'd done my research on it all, I went back, done it again, and passed it. Good do Deliveroo. Yeah. No, no, so the test when I did it, I don't know if it's the same now, but you used to have to do one test. I think you did your theory first, and then you went straight into the hazard bit. But what I did was, I think the pass mark was 44 out of 50. I got like 47. And then there was a certain percentage on the hazard perception thing. And that's what I failed at. Sorry, we're not allowed to say failed. That's where my room for improvement was. Could do better. Attempted. Yeah, but well, I don't know. Well, that was my logic, as in clicking. But apparently, if you click too soon, it doesn't count. Come on. There we go. Don't think the test helped anyway. You still see cars on the roof and accidents still happen. They do. But the thing is, I mean, my view is, I've never understood why insurance claims don't always settle on a 50-50 basis. Because if you look at the legislation of the road, it actually specifies that owing to the presence of a motor vehicle. So owing to the presence of a motor vehicle would imply liability on both parts. Because if one vehicle wasn't there, then the accident wouldn't have happened, would it? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know how people roll the cars when some drivers need. Yeah. Magic. Did we fertilise that field there? Can't remember now. No. But at least, Trish, by entertaining the boys this week for you, they've not been able to hit each other over the head with marble tins, right? You need to get 59% correct. Okay. Oh, for the hazard perception. Yes, it was a lot higher than that. Back when I did it, I think it was 80% or something. Flipping heck. Driving instructors, yeah, I was going to say, should be 100% for a driving instructor. That means in 1 in 4 hazards they don't need to worry about. Fills you with some reassurance, doesn't it? Well, it worried me the other day because I was on the motorway and I saw a learner on there. I was like, what's going on? They can't be on the motorway, but then I realised that they can. Yes, doing a lovely job. So peaceful in the house every night. Well, there you go. I aim to please. I can't believe it's 9 o'clock already. That's bonkers. Or driving on the train line because the sat-nav told you to. But you laugh, Matt, but they walk among us. They walk among us. Was talking about heartbeat yesterday, Trish. Remember coming round your house on a Sunday evening? Used to be ground force, heartbeat, and then London's Burning, I think, after that. What a Sunday evening lineup that was. What have we got? That one there then. Well, the fun situation's not too bad because I think we went to bed with about 2.5-ish. Now we're 2.8. long as it's not losing money, that's the main thing. Have you got the precision farming mod, Cole? How are you finding that? Is that interesting? Good. So I need to take a look at that if I'm honest, because I can't remember if it was 19 or 22, but I had it for one of those. Obviously having to do all the soil balancing and stuff. 22, yeah, probably. Because is it right that it, like, if you do the sprayer with this now, you don't have to spray the whole thing, it just does like a target spray, is that right? You use less. Okay. EA are really stringing out Sims 4. Yeah, see, that's another game series that I don't know, I was perhaps a little annoyed with, because Sims 1, again, in my head, it seemed to be quite a good game back when I was a teenager. Then Sims 2 came out, and that was a noticeable different because that was more of a 3D world. Then they lived on expansion packs for what seemed to be forever. But what I did like, they had one called Open for Business, so you could actually like run your own business, which was cool. But the issue then came when they went to 3. I don't know, it lost its vibe for me. That's all done. What are we going to do here? Nothing to sell to March. No, okay. But yeah, like you say, what, 11 years on and you don't have an updated Sims, it's just a bit crazy. Although, and I'm sure the technology will come out in 10, 20 years, whatever, right? Imagine like a hybrid of games, yeah? So if we're on like Farm Sim now, let's jump in a tractor here. How cool would it be that if we, I don't know, we're driving in a tractor now, yeah? We come in here, you get out, you walk in here, and then bang, shop simulator. You can pretend to shack the stills, whatever, right? You've had enough of that. Jump back in. In fact, you get out of there, you can get under your tractor, and then it's essentially like car simulator, mechanic simulator even. So you can go underneath, repair your car, do whatever. And then once you've repaired the car, tractor, whatever, you then jump over here. He says, come on. And then, you know, you're on the way home, and then there was a pothole on the road there, so then again you've got to repair that, so that could be like construction simulator. And then I don't know, you pull into the house here in little Simville, you park on the drive, you jump out, You go in your house, bang, there's your Sims. How great would that be? That would keep someone like me that gets like... Hey, oh. That would keep someone like me occupied for years. Got one of these, I can play a game for a bit and then I get bored, so I have to have a bit of a break. But yeah, that would be brilliant. But like PlayStation Home. What's that? Is that a game? Not just like a game that combines a lot of other games within that. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure you need a hard drive as big as a house, but you know, it'd be brilliant. I'll just kick the kids out and I'll convert their bedroom into like a, you know, server storage or something. Oh, so that should be... Bed on a sliding rack, yeah. Have I heard about people not allowed to use their phones as GPS now? No, I haven't. Do enlighten me. What's that all about? $2026. Is that the year they're going to invent that game? Is it, Cole? Oh. Oh. Why is this then? That's strange. Hmm. Right, we've got some more grass back. Let's go. Let's go and do some more grass cutting, shall we? I mean, that seems to be going massively backwards if that was the case, surely. Not allowed to use your phone as GPS. I have to do some digging then about that one. See what's occurring. Starts in 2026. A mystery. Cannot interact with it. Why? That's so strange. As in, what, like your Google Maps and stuff? I don't know. I don't know why that'd be not logical. Ah, right. Okay. So you're talking about what, for like driving? Ah, I thought you meant just as in like in general, you weren't allowed to use your GPS device. Oh, okay. So yeah, I suppose that's going to be for safety reasons then, isn't it? Because again, people can't follow the rules. It might be like, my work's palm, you can't. I mean, funnily enough, I was in the pizza shop earlier on when we got dinner, and there was a sort of shall we say, a traditional delivery man coming out from behind the counter, and he was looking at the A to Z that was pinned up on the wall, and I thought, see, most people now just rely on sat navs and, you know, sort of Google Maps, that sort of thing. Whereas back in the day, once you left your shop with the goods, if you wasn't paying attention to where you was going, you know, you didn't know where you were going. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not totally against that then, I suppose, as in you're not allowed to use it whilst you're driving. Because in theory, if you set your phone up for sat-nav mode, you shouldn't need to worry about it because it should give you the directions, right? Yeah, I see so many people that use them. And sadly, it's when it kills the folk that there's a problem. Most of the time. Yeah, that's true, Matt. Yeah. Innocent people that get caught up in it all that get killed. See, the best thing, although it's quite annoying because it's not entirely accurate, but like when I'm a passenger, if I'm using like Katie's phone for the music in the car, that will come up to say, you know, we detect the car is being driven, blah 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 blah, and you manually have to then press the button to disable that mode. I think something like that would be good, but it needs to be a lot more accurate to sort of suggest that, you know, I don't know, like if you set it up that your car's right-hand drive, if the technology is able to detect that it's too much to the right of the car, then it doesn't work or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that technology is possible or not. Who knows? I suppose that's the only true way of preventing that. No work tomorrow. I'm off for the weekend now. Yeah, I'm not on shift at the moment, so my role is Monday to Friday now. Has been for about 2 years. Yeah, I thought I'd go back today just to, you know, ease myself into it. Don't want a stressful day. Yeah, just like you. Like a normal person nowadays. I know, if only that could be a real thing, eh? 1 day in, 2 weeks off. Crikey, I won't moan again. How many hours? What? They're working? My working hours officially are 7 till 3. But generally I get in for about half 7. No, half 6, and then I finish for about half 2 ish. Well, this is it. Someone's got to sort the paperwork, right? Well, 40 is what it says. Because I get paid for lunch breaks. Not that I have one. No. No. No, Discord. DM shouldn't, no. No, not now, because that's I'm not in that role at the moment, but it will be. Yeah, Matt, the one below in answer to your question. But obviously that's all on Google. Amazing really how sort of on this game, without all the equipment, how much longer it takes you. Not having that? What's that? You don't get all that money. No, it looks nice on paper, but yeah, the taxman gets a lot of that. and then the mortgage person, and then the electricity provider, and the gas, and the internet, and the children. Oh dear. We'll have a job swap map. Cool, you start Monday. Although I don't think I'd be trusted with your staple gun. Be flying around the place. Crash course. Oh, there you go. I hope they're comfortable. It's not as they can just hop off a submarine and get a new chair. Well, I think I shall top up the water butt and then probably call it a day. Well, I was going to get through that gap, clearly not. Right, that's that bit. All rightio. Right, I'm going to finish it up there. Go and unwind. Ready for what could be a very expensive day tomorrow. Really hope it isn't. But hey ho. Thanks for dropping by and keeping me company in the stream, guys. It's always a pleasure, never a chore. And I'm going to end it there, and I'll speak to you hopefully either tomorrow or at some point over the weekend. See you laters. Have a good evening. Goodbye.